There's this kind of bubbling topic of employee activism in Silicon Valley, and it's impacting all of tech companies. But it's been particularly prominent at Alphabet, where employees have made their voices heard about things like contracts with the Defense Department and more recently, these allegations of sexual harassment. You've had experiences with students at Stanford, but did this manifestation of kind of bottom-up activism at Google catch you off guard at all?
Well, I think it's different. You expect students certainly to be engaged in this kind of activity. It's less common among employees, but I think Google encourages people to speak out and to really participate in helping shape a great work environment.
So what can you do in this kind of situation other than just
Dialogue.
listen to them?
Listen. That's the first thing, is listen. You have to listen. And I think that's one of the things I learned at Stanford along the way, just listening. And sometimes where there's smoke, there's a little fire. If you listen early enough, you keep it as a small fire rather than let it get out of control.
There were recently news reports about kind of alleged cover-ups or payoffs of sexual misconduct at Alphabet, and Sundar, wrote a note to the company, saying that these were hard reports to read, and pledging that the company had done things differently. What did you make of those reports, and is Alphabet a different company than it maybe was even 3 years ago?
Yeah, I can't comment on the individual details of the reports and what happened and the people, but I can tell you that there is a very different policy in place. It's been reviewed by the board, and the board gets periodic reports on what actions that have been taken under that policy. So I think we've concluded that that is something that requires attention at the highest level of management. And as Sundar said in his letter to Googlers, there have been a number of cases prosecuted under that, and people have left the company, including higher level management.
I mean, how did you feel reading that? Because those were some of the decisions around, for example, Android creator Andy Rubin that presumably kind of you were involved with at the time.
I think we were at the time, I think things were a very different situation. Not everybody was aware of things, and I don't know I can't comment on the exact details of what happened at that time. But I think we realized that the policy needed strengthening. And that was the goal, to get a stronger, more aggressive policy. And I know personally, my position has always been that these things are intolerable, and that you create a workplace that's hostile to women or to other people where there's discrimination or harassment, you're going to have a weaker workplace.
Google employees are upset, and they're making their voices heard. What do you say to them?
I say to them, we have to do better as a company.